I've tried it all, every trick in the book. But that's not the secret. You want to know the real secret? Come on then, closer. I'm going to tell you something that took me 92 years to work out. The secret is, you choose. Every single morning, every single day, you choose. Joy isn't something that just happens to you. Joy is a decision. And most people, they never figure this out. They wait for life to make them happy, wait for the right job, wait for the right person, wait for the right moment. And while they're waiting, life just passes them by. I didn't wait. I decided. And that's why I'm still here, still laughing, still grateful for every single day. Before you think I've had it easy, let me tell you what I've been through. I was 8 years old when my father lost his leg. 1950. He was working at the railway yard, a shunting accident. One moment he was there, the next, his leg was gone, crushed. He was never the same after that. Not just his body, his spirit. He'd been a strong man, the kind of man who could lift anything, fix anything. Then suddenly, he couldn't even get out of bed some days. My mother had to go to work, cleaning houses, 12 hours a day, 6 days a week. I'd watch her leave at 5 in the morning, her hands already red and cracked from the soap. I was the one who had to help my father, bring him tea, empty his bedpan, help him wash. I was 8 years old. I remember one night, I heard him crying. My father. This big, strong man who never showed emotion, crying like a baby. He thought we couldn't hear him, but I did. And I realized that night, life doesn't care how old you are. Life doesn't care if you're ready. It just happens, and you have to deal with it. My first wife, Margaret, she was the most beautiful woman I ever saw. Red hair, green eyes, and her laugh. God, her laugh. Like church bells on a Sunday morning. We had 8 years together. Only 8 years. Then one afternoon, June 14th, 1963, she was hanging the washing in the garden. Brain aneurysm. She was gone before she hit the ground. 26 years old. I was 29 years old, with 2 little ones, and I hadn't got a clue how to carry on. Then in 1979, my shop burned down. 23 years of hard work gone in one night. I stood on the pavement watching everything I'd built turn to ash. I was 51 years old. Too old to start again, I thought. Too tired, too broken. I thought, that's it. I give up. Can't do this anymore. So don't tell me about hard times. I know hard times. But here's what else I know. Hard times don't have to make you hard. And that's the first lesson. Write this down. Hard times don't have to make you hard. You get to choose what they make you. After Margaret died, I had a choice. I could be angry at God, at life, at everyone. And believe me, I was angry. For about 6 months, I was the angriest man in Manchester. I shouted at customers. I shouted at my sister. I shouted at my kids. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. My own children were scared of me. Then one night, my daughter Sarah, she was about 4 years old, she came to me crying. She said, "Daddy, why are you so angry all the time?" Have I done something wrong? And I looked at this little girl, this beautiful little girl who'd just lost her mother, and she thought it was her fault that I was angry. Then in 1979, my shop burned down. 23 years of hard work gone in one night. I stood on the pavement watching everything I'd built turn to ash. I was 51 years old, too old to start again, I thought, too tired, too broken. I thought, that's it, I give up, can't do this anymore. So don't tell me about hard times. I know hard times. But here's what else I know. Hard times don't have to make you hard. And that's the first lesson. Write this down. Hard times don't have to make you hard. You get to choose what they make you. After Margaret died, I had a choice. I could be angry at God, at life, at everyone. And believe me, I was angry. For about 6 months, I was the angriest man in Manchester. I shouted at customers. I shouted at my sister. I shouted at my kids. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. My own children were scared of me. Then one night, my daughter Sarah, she was about 4 years old, she came to me crying. She said, "Daddy, why are you so angry all the time? Have I done something wrong?" And I looked at this little girl, this beautiful little girl who just lost her mother, and she thought it was her fault that I was angry. That night, I made a decision. I said to myself, "George, you can be angry or you can be a father. You can't be both." And Margaret, God rest her soul, she didn't marry an angry man. She married a man who made her laugh. So, I'm going to make my children laugh. I'm going to honor her memory by being the man she fell in love with. And that's exactly what I did. Not because I wasn't sad. I was sad every single day for years. But I decided that sadness wasn't going to be the only thing my children saw. They were going to see joy, too. They were going to see their dad choosing life. So here's what I want you to understand. You're going through something right now. Maybe you've lost someone. Maybe you've lost something. Maybe life's knocked you down and you don't know how to get back up. I'm not going to tell you to pretend it doesn't hurt. It hurts. Feel it. Have a cry if you need to. But then, and this is important, then you choose. You choose what comes next. Nobody else can make that choice for you. Not your mates, not your family. Only you. Now, let me tell you about Patricia. I'm 64 years old. I haven't been with anyone in nearly 30 years. I went to a church social. Honestly, I only went for the cake. I'm telling you the truth. And I saw this woman across the room. She was laughing at something, and her whole face lit up. And I thought, that's the most beautiful thing I've seen in 30 years. Her name was Patricia Okonkwo. She was Nigerian. She was 57. She was a retired nurse, widow, 3 grown-up children. And when I walked over to talk to her, half the room stopped eating to watch. An old white bloke and a black woman in 1992 Manchester? Oh, the looks we got. The whispers, the gossip. My own son, Michael, he didn't speak to me for 2 years after I married her. 2 years. He said I was disrespecting his mother's memory. He said the neighbors were talking. You know what I told him? I said, "Michael, I love you, but I spent 30 years on my own. I'm 64 years old. I've found someone who makes me laugh. If the neighbors don't like it, the neighbors can bloody well get on with their own lives." That's lesson number 2. Write this down. Stop caring what people think. At some point, and I hope it happens before you're 60, you realize that other people's opinions can't hurt you. Only you can hurt yourself by believing them. Patricia and me, we had 30 years, 30 beautiful years. She passed away last year in her sleep, 87 years old. I held her hand all night. I miss her every single day. But you know what? She'd be so angry with me if I stopped laughing. She'd say, "George, don't you dare sit there feeling sorry for yourself. We had 30 years. That's more than most people ever get." And she was right. So I keep laughing for her. You want to know what makes me happy now? I'll tell you. A cuppa in the morning, the light coming through my window. My granddaughter Lily, she's 7. She rings me every Sunday without fail. The taste of good bread, old songs on the radio, a warm bed, a stranger who smiles at me on the street. That's it. That's my whole list. I don't need a yacht. I don't need a mansion. I don't need anything I haven't already got. And here's the secret within the secret. I could have been this happy at 30, at 40, at 50. But I was too busy chasing things that didn't matter. I was too busy worrying, too busy being afraid. Lesson number 3, and this is the most important one. Happiness is not at the end of something. It's not waiting for you when you get the job, the house, the money, the whatever. Happiness is right here, right now, in the things you already have. But you have to open your eyes to see it. Most people walk right past it every single day. So tonight, when you've finished watching this video, I want you to do something. Sit down. Have a look around you. Find 3 things you're grateful for. Not big things, small things. The way your dog looks at you. The sound of your kids laughing. The fact that you can breathe without even thinking about it. Start there. Gratitude is like a muscle. You've got to exercise it every day. And if you do, I promise you, your life will change. I'm 92 years old. I watched my father lose his leg and his spirit when I was 8. I lost my first wife at 29. I lost my shop at 51. I lost Patricia last year. By rights, I should be the saddest man in the world. But I'm not. Because every morning I wake up, I say, thank you. Thank you for one more day. Right then, what are we going to do with it? That's the secret. That's the whole secret. You choose joy. Every single day, you choose it. Not because life is easy. Life is hard. Not because nothing bad happens. Bad things happen all the time. You choose joy because the alternative is misery. And misery is a waste of whatever time you've got left. My father, after he lost his leg, he eventually found his way back. It took years, but he did. And he taught me something important. He said, "George, son, life will break your heart, but your heart can mend. It can always mend, if you let it." I didn't understand when I was 8. I didn't understand when I was 30, or 50, or even 70. But now, at 92, I finally understand. Life is beautiful. Not perfect, beautiful. With all the pain, all the loss, all the hard times. Beautiful. And you only get one. So stop waiting to be happy. Stop waiting for everything to be perfect. Choose joy now, today. while you're still here to choose it. That's the secret.